Yeah, I'm gonna be taking you here today. Let's go. Okay, what is going on, everybody? I thought today we would take advantage of this winter, January, beautiful weather in Southern California and do a little motovlog. I will start off by saying we can definitely pick on the state of California in many aspects. I mean, that could be a whole video in itself and just completely bash this state. But there's one thing about Southern California that I will tell you. You can't beat the weather. The weather is amazing. I just want to take advantage of it for as long as possible. And I get that you might be in an area right now where it's not feasible to ride. There might be snow on the ground. Maybe the bike's put down in hibernation mode. But I thought we'd get out here and take a look at what the beaches look like during the winter time in San Diego. And then on top of that, you know, there's always little hidden gems in whatever town that you're in that not a lot of people know about unless you're a local or maybe you've done extra research. So I thought we would take advantage of going up to a place called Mount Soledad today, which is it's a veterans memorial that's got pretty much the best view of San Diego. It's a pretty clear day, so we'll see what it can bring for us. I am further testing out a new mic setup for the GoPro attached directly to the GoPro. Instead of doing the Senna, it's just one extra step in order to streamline the workflow. And truth be told, my Senna setup inside the Modular Bandit, the Mod Bandit helmet, is not nearly as clean of audio than with the Ghost Bandit. You know, having that thing hardwired in there just makes the world of difference, and I do miss that sound quality. But yeah, here we are. We are entering into Pacific Beach right now, and we're going to take this down to, I guess it would be Mission, and take Mission over to Mission Beach. We'll probably pass by I want to say one of the oldest wooden roller coasters in the world. It's one of the, I don't know if it is the, but take a look at what's happening over there. And then, like I said, we will venture up to check out Mount Soledad, which I think you guys will really enjoy. But other than that, it's been a minute since we've just done a regular motovlog. So how are you guys doing? Let me know down in the comments down below. Are you riding? Are you getting ready to ride? What kind of upgrades are you doing? I know I would only imagine that if I had to not ride my bike for a select amount of time, I'd be doing nothing but looking at upgrades and or having garage projects going on. I mean, we all know, I mean, I'm not a mechanic, so I can't really do anything, but I can pay somebody to do it, I guess. And I know how to shop. But yeah, not gonna brag, but I'm gonna brag because, you know, we got people out in board shorts and flip-flops right now, and it is February 2nd. Hey, it's Groundhog's Day, so happy Groundhog's Day. From what I understand, the Punxsutawney Phil did see his shadow, so that means 6 more weeks of winter, which I apologize to all of you that are in that bad situation. But if you've never been down here before, this entire area is set up of, you know, breweries and shops and just places to visit, coffee shops, restaurants, you name it. You have it all down here, really. And many moons ago, I lived down here. It was a great place to live and a terrible place to live. Getting in and out of Mission Beach and Pacific Beach is a nightmare, especially in the summertime months with all the tourists. So when you were just trying to go to work, it would be miserable. But when you had your days off, you were kind of in the thick of everything. You didn't really have to travel anywhere. You just would do it on foot or bicycle. And from what I understand, I don't know if it's died down a bit, but the surf is supposed to be pretty high right now. Those wintertime waves coming in, you wouldn't catch me in that water. There was actually a story that came out, I want to say last week, where it was down in Mexico, so just south of here. These guys were fishing for mollusks, and there was 3 of them that went down, and one guy in front of his 2 other buddies got his head bitten off by a great white shark.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
This is a true story. For me, that's enough to keep me out of the water for a lifetime. I mean, those guys, I couldn't imagine what it was for them to experience that. But yeah, these wintertime months are notorious for great white movement, especially here in San Diego. Just north of La Jolla is a big breeding ground for the great white shark. But I mean, come on, look at this. This is the perfect environment. Let's do a temperature check right now to see what we're working with. Currently, the temperature is 61.7 degrees. So just to give you an idea of our location right now, you go up to head, like straight ahead right there, that is the pier, the Pacific Beach Pier. And honestly, I would rather ride down here during January, February, March than I do in the summertime, because these streets are just lined up and they are packed full of people. Even on a motorcycle, it's not really enjoyable, especially during the weekend. I mean, it's enjoyable, but it's, you know, it just kind of takes away a little bit. You're kind of hot, you know, not a whole lot of breeze going on. This is way better right now. If you are brand new to this channel and watching this motovlog, welcome. Glad to have you here. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I am really excited for the year 2023. There's some big things coming down the line. Some traveling plans being made. I'm very excited for Laconia. I have never been out there, so that is going to be a first for me. The 120th anniversary, the Harley Davidson extravaganza. Working on plans right now, getting out there. It's going to be a debate whether I'm going to be flying out and renting a bike, or if I'm going to try to ride out for that event. I am definitely due for another long motorcycle journey. Those are, honestly, they're great. They are fantastic, as you can imagine. Arizona Bike Week is coming up. Going to be trying to get out there as well. I will tell you later this year, towards the end of the year, or 3/4 of the way anyway, it's the wife's birthday, and we're going to be taking a non-motorcycle trip, but I'm super excited about it, to go to Santorini, have some shutdown time and spend some time with the wife. But where are you guys heading this year? What are your plans? Leave them in the comment section down below. I check every single comment. I try to reply to every single one. It's always fun engaging with you guys and girls, although I think there's only like 3 girls that follow this channel, so that's why I always reference guys. Should probably stop doing that. I was thinking about it earlier too, how I've done videos on this topic, and I've said it over and over again, but you can have the worst day and then jump on your bike for 30 minutes and everything is fine. You come back completely, I guess, stress-free, able to tackle your problems. I don't know what it is, but if they could bottle that up and sell it, it would be a multi-million-dollar company, guaranteed. Not sure what it is. It only happens when riding a bike. I think it has to do with the fact that your mind is completely focused on everything and nothing at the same time. So you're so focused on the road and the safety, you know, whether consciously or subconsciously, that it kind of shuts down all those thoughts that might keep you up at night. So this is Belmont Park. We've done videos here before. And that is one of the oldest roller coasters, wooden roller coasters anyway. There's even a dude up there hammering on it right now. Don't know if I'm excited to see that or nervous. I'm not planning on going on that ride today, but done it many times, especially as a kid. So this is a good area down here to just kind of take a look at the surf. We have quite a few sailboats out there today. Surf is not as big as they claimed it would be. It's actually really cool over here. I'm going to show you. We'll pass by real quick. It's almost like a carnival that never ends. Inside here you have all sorts of different games. The plunge, then a Belmont skate park. Years ago that used to be called the Wave House, and it was a wave machine right there on the water, which was cool. But yeah, they've got different carnival rides and different things that you can do inside of here, along with this Belmont roller coaster. All right, hey, it's your world, guy. I'm just in it. Don't even look. Don't mind me. I'll just wait. Yeah, no problem. Oh, yeah, hello. So I do have a question about the current audio setup, because is it manageable? Is it something that you guys can deal with? Is it something I still got to work on? You guys can let me know in the comments down below. But we're gonna jam over real quick and I'm gonna show you this monument, which is Mount Soledad. So let's get over there right now. So at the top of Mount Soledad, we have a Veterans Memorial. This actually dates back to 1913, and it has been rebuilt, I guess, and remodified several times, the last being in 1954. It was the subject of controversy for many years. It was like a 25-year court battle, and then it was purchased by a veterans group, and now we have this memorial here. And the cool thing about it, and I'll show it to you right now, is they have these plaques up here honoring our veterans, and we'll take a look at these right now. Now that cross right there sits 43 feet high along with its base, and at the top it's 12 feet wide. Really spectacular to come up here and see all that they've done for veterans. Now, Mount Soledad is one of those places that is truly special to San Diego. It is honoring veterans. It's been the subject of controversy for a long time, but now that they've got things squared away, we're able to come up here and you can see all these plaques that are just absolutely amazing. And they have presidents and just some really awesome stories that I'm sure go way deeper than what you can read on these plaques. They are still available for purchase. You can actually get one of these for a loved one. We're going to talk to a docent here in just a second just to see what the requirements are. But I definitely think that if you're in the San Diego area, you're going to want to check this place out.
My name is Wayne. I'm a docent up here for the Mount Soledad Veterans Memorial Association. The cross here is the third. The first was made out of wood and built in 1911. Second one was put up in 1923. This was put up in 1954. In 1989, this memorial was dedicated as a national monument. At that time, an atheist and the ACLU filed a lawsuit having a cross on public property. Now, what happened was this was private property at one time. I don't know who put the cross up at that time, but the owner was a developer who wanted to develop some new land, and the developers usually have to give the city some land before they can get the permission to develop more. He donated this to the city with the stipulation that the cross and everything that was here stay as it is, with the exception that they could probably develop it later if they wanted to. that took a piece of private property and made it public. That was why the lawsuit was filed, because it was a cross on public property. That lawsuit lasted 27 years. It went to the U.S. Supreme Court 3 times. The end result was that it got down to 72 hours. The Supreme Court had to make a decision, and the right people stepped up. The city had sold the property to the federal government to get it out of the public domain, and then the U.S. Supreme Court allowed us to purchase that back from the federal government for $1.37 million. In 2015, it was settled. In 2016, the U.S. Supreme Court called in all the previous actions and vacated all of them. The best part about this win is that now there's been 3 more similar cases filed on the East Coast, Ohio, Florida, and I think Tennessee. And in all 4 cases, the U.S. Supreme Court voted 7-2 to be left alone.
So I would say one of the best things about this is that it's right in the dead center of all the activity and action in San Diego. You're in the city of La Jolla, which is literally just a suburb of San Diego, and right by the beaches and the ocean and downtown. So it's something that you can fit in no matter how much time you really have, just to come and check it out. If you've made it this far in this video, I appreciate you. Consider hitting subscribe down below and follow along with us for some more journeys throughout the year. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right now, and until next time, you guys ride safe, be safe, and we'll catch you on the next one.